So let me get back to the beginning. Okay, so your assignment is to work on IXL skill G2, and you're supposed to get to a 70 SMART score. So we are going to do some of these problems together until we get to a 70 SMART score. So this first question says, what is the sum of the interior angle measures of this polygon? So we already know that the sum of angles inside of a triangle equal 180 degrees. If we didn't already know that, we could use the formula, which is where I take the number of sides, this has 3 sides, and I subtract 2, and then I multiply that times 180. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 times 180 equals 180. So that would mean there are 180 degrees inside of this triangle. So I'm going to type 180 degrees. Okay? So this next problem, it asks how many triangles are formed by drawing all the diagonals from a single vertex. Now, you remember the word vertex means corner. Okay? So they want to know how many triangles are formed by drawing all the diagonals from a single corner. So I'm going to start with this corner. If I draw from here, from this corner to this corner, that makes a triangle. From this corner to this corner, that makes another triangle. This same corner to that corner makes another triangle. And then I end up having 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles drawn by the diagonal. So I'm going to enter 4. Right? This is asking the same thing. How many triangles are formed by drawing all the diagonals from a single vertex? So you're going to have to try to be careful because this has a lot of corners. I'm going to have to kind of make sure. So I'm going to go from this corner there, going back with that same vertex to the next vertex. Same vertex to the next. I'm just going to keep going from this same vertex. Okay, so then if I count my triangles, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this little one, 8. So there are 8 triangles formed by that vertex. Okay, so this is asking the same question. It wants me to go from a single vertex. So I'm going to go from this vertex to that, this vertex across, and that's going to be it. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 triangles in this polygon. Okay? So this question asks, what's the sum of the interior angle measures of this polygon? So I'm going to use my formula. And my formula is I take the number of sides. So let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I take the number of sides and I subtract 2. And then I multiply that value times 180. 7 minus 2 is 5. So then I'm going to do 5 times 180. I'm going to type that in my calculator. 5 times 180 equals 900. So that means that the sum of all of those angles is going to be 900 degrees. Okay? This question is what's the sum of the interior angles? So I'm going to use the same formula. I can easily see that this has four sides. So I'm going to do 4 minus 2. You always do the sides minus 2 times 180. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 times 180 equals 360. So there are 360 degrees inside of that square. Okay, this is easy for me because I just answered one just like it. It says, what's the sum of the interior angles of this polygon? It's going to be the same because it has 4 sides. So I would use the same formula. So I already know it's going to be 360. Okay, so this is a little bit different. It says that this diagram shows a regular polygon. That means that all sides are equal and all angles are equal. Okay? So if I know that the sum of all of these angles is supposed to be 180, I know that because it's a triangle, there are 3 different angles. So if I know that the sum is supposed to be 180 and they're all supposed to be the same thing, I take the total, which is supposed to be 180, and I divide it by how many angles I have, and I have 3 angles. Well, 180 divided by 3 is going to be 60 degrees. So that means each one of these angles is going to be 60 degrees, which means that X is also going to be, that's what I'm going to put for X, is 60 degrees. Okay? So this is off, this says it's a regular polygon, so I know that all of the sides and all of the angles are going to be equal. So what I need to figure out first is the total number of degrees. Now I can use the formula, or I can just remember from earlier that a polygon with 4 sides is 360 degrees. So if I take that 360 and I divide it by how many angles there are 4 angles, I get 90 degrees. So that means that each one of these angles are supposed to be 90 degrees. So that means the value of that X right there is 90 degrees. Okay, so I don't know how many degrees are in this polygon right off the bat. So I'm going to count how many sides there are first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 sides. So I'm going to take 8 minus 2 times 180. So I'm at 6 times 180. And I get 1,080. Okay, I want to know how much each angle is going to be. Okay, so I need to take that total and divide it by how many angles there are. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 angles. So if I divide that number by 8, 1,080 divided by 8, I get 135. So that means each one of these angles is 135 degrees. That means X is going to equal 135 degrees. I have one more. So this is the same type of problem. It says it's a regular polygon. So I know all the angles will be the same. So first I need to figure out the total number of angles. So I'm counting the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to take 9. Using the formula, 9 minus 2 times 180. So I'm at 7 times 180. That's going to equal 1,260. Okay, so I would need to count how many angles there are. And if you haven't realized yet, however many sides there are, that's how many angles there are. So I'm going to take this 1,260 and divide it by 9, because there's going to be 9 different angles. And that's going to be 140 degrees. That means each angle, including this X, is 140 degrees. I got to a 72, so we're good to go.